the farm at the Greater Washington County Food Bank. We got the super genius over here who can grow greens in the middle of winter. Grant, that makes him a super genius right there. And he's got his posse of peeps back here. Charisse, who's in charge of donor relations for the farm and administration work, and also Justin, who does marketing. So we're super thrilled to be here because this is a really important partnership for all of us. Right here, what you see, and it is January the 18th, right? They're going to vouch for that. Super Genius Grant.
It is cold outside.
It's cold outside. But guess what? Fear not, folks, because this is edible greens. They're grown right here. Again, the Washington County, Greater Washington County Food Bank. This is the farm at the food bank. And so they are actively involved in solving food supply concerns. This is how we're going to build a better food system. And Grant is in charge of that, and we just talked a little bit about how we're going to solve some of these problems.
Yeah, so you see we converted these little shipping containers into climate-controlled spaces where we can have a hydroponics operation and grow fresh greens all year long. I think the relationship that me and Elise are trying to build here is a local food source that's marketed locally, that's sold locally, so that Washington County can be more independent when it comes to food security and not have to depend so much on outside sources. And I think with this past year, we saw how unreliable maybe outside sources could be. So this is one way to tackle that problem and to rely on our local assets and work together to
Absolutely.
try to get healthy food out there.
It's such a timely topic, and we're talking a whole lot about food insecurity. You hear about that in the news all the time, that word, that phrase, food insecurity. We're working to make you and all of us food secure, and this is how it happens. So Grant, walk us through here real quick what you have. You have a fun little process.
We got Salanova lettuce right here. This is one of our leafy greens, and it's one of our best sellers. This is some of our pomegranate crunch. And we got a little arugula over here. I've already harvested a couple of heads that we had a special request for. But these are sitting on floating styrofoam beds in a nutrient solution. I'll just show you how the roots just sit in there and the water is oxygenated. And it just pumps the water up and keeps recycling that. And we keep the nutrient level and the pH level set very specifically, along with the humidity and the temperature in the pot. And that just enables these to grow. The lights are set on timers. The plants get about 16 hours of light, and then the rest is darkness, and it's on a set timer. So it works very well. We're getting about a harvest every 35 days from planting to harvest. And I'm trying to get these beds set up so that as one is harvested, a week later another one, a week later another one, so on and so forth. And this one's going to be ready to go probably next week. This is some of our favorite ones right here. That's the red romaine and more Salanova in the back.
Show you some other really super cool things that the Superman over here is growing in January. Take it away, Grant.
So this is how we're going to start microgreens. We have the growing medium soaking overnight. Once those are good and soaked, we'll dump out the excess water. I'll show you in here. And we're going to put a nice even spread of a microgreen mix that I've been using from Johnny Seeds. That's going to be some lettuce, some broccoli, a little radish. And that's going to sit in here and germinate. And we stack them one on the other just like this. And that kind of simulates for the lower levels like the soil sitting on top of the seed while it's germinating. So they're going to stay in there for about 3 days. And once they germinate, we'll move them down here. We'll put them under the grow lights. So right here I got a little radish going, some broccoli kale mix. And then this is that micro mix that I was using. And they're going to get up to about 1.5 to 2 inches in height right before the first true leaves form, and then we're going to harvest them. So this one's actually ready, and this is after we've washed our hands and everything's ready. You just simply pull them out, and it's that easy. And these are incredibly nutrient dense. They're about 3 times as nutrient dense as your fully mature plants, and the flavors are really, really sharp. And a lot of people like to use these on sandwiches, or a lot of chefs like to use them on main dishes to get that flavor going. So we'll give them a healthy, good portion here. And that's what we're going to send out your way.
Beautiful. This is what's going to be in the CSA. This is one of the items that's going to be in the CSA box. But you have something else back there on that shelf, don't you?
Yeah, this is a net pot hydroponic system, so the plant gets planted along with these clay pebbles in the growing medium, and that's what the roots attach to, holds moisture for them. And those roots sit in the nutrient solution. And the good thing about this system, even though it's a little longer to setup wise, I usually plant things like kale and parsley because you get several turns out of them. You can harvest this 3-4 times before the flavor starts to go away, and then you got to replace the plant. But the kale and parsley will keep coming back, so it can sit in there for a couple of months and give you some nice harvest. So and this will also be coming out to in the CSA box.
Yep, so this is all part of what's coming in the winter CSA from the Marketplace at Emerald Valley and our friends at the farm at the Greater Washington County Food Bank.